Hi, I want to thank everyone for attending the dinner tonight and for their support of the Dallas Peace Center and its activities. I work in Washington, D.C., and I do a lot of issues regarding the wars overseas, defense budget reduction issues, and other foreign policy work. And the importance of a place like the Dallas Peace Center and similar organizations is very evident when you're here in Washington. I see it all the time when I work on Capitol Hill, because what we're up against are institutions. And if you watch the Republican debate from a week or two ago on national security, you saw the American Enterprise Institute, you saw the Heritage Foundation. There's other ones out there, the Institute for the Study of War, the Center for New American Security. These organizations are funded by the defense industry or by other corporations that benefit from militaristic or an interventionist foreign policy. They benefit from our troops being overseas, occupying other countries. What we need is more efforts from organizations like Dallas Peace Center in the political arena, and that's why your support is very important. If you provide that support to the Dallas Peace Center, if you continue to help the Dallas Peace Center and other organizations, they can stand up and they can work on your behalf, working with politicians, with your members of Congress, with your senators, to push back on these organizations, again, that are very well funded here in Washington, D.C., that are advocating for a pro-war, pro-intervention, pro-militaristic foreign policy agenda. So I just wanted to thank everybody for their attendance tonight. I hope you all are having a good time. And I want to encourage you to continue to support Dallas Peace Center and similar organizations, because really they're doing great work on your behalf, and it's well needed and much required work. So thank you, and happy holidays.
I'm happy to be joining all of you at this very happy event as we look back at 30 incredible years at the Dallas Peace Center, and long for 30 more, because the world needs us. The world needs you, and I want to thank you so much for everything that all of you have been doing for justice and peace. I first learned about the Peace Center way back in 1987 when I was the director of the Pledge of Resistance, which was working to end U.S. policies in Central America. We're making war on the people of El Salvador, Nicaragua, Guatemala. And I just kept hearing about the amazing work that the DPC was doing. And I've thought about that a little bit since then. That DPC, well, that means Dallas Peace Center, but it also means dependable, powerful, and constructive. And that's what we're celebrating tonight, is this amazing work of building a more just and more nonviolent world in all the ways, all the projects, all the initiatives that you're doing. I learned a long time ago that as an individual, I can't change the world. I'll probably be destroyed by it. It needs other beautiful, resilient, cranky individuals coming together for a common purpose. And that's another way of defining what the Dallas Peace Center has been and is. When I was with you in June, I was picked up at the airport by Roger Kallenberg. And he also gave me a lift home afterwards. We had a marvelous time, and I was so sad to hear about his passing in September. But I was really struck by his commitment to so many aspects of justice and peace, and wanting an economy that works for all of us. In a sense, the Occupy movement is empowered and deepened by the spirit of Roger and everyone at the Dallas Peace Center who's been working for a peace economy and all the benefits that would create, an economy that works for everyone. So we need each other. We need to find a way to continue and deepen this work. And like I said, we can't do it by ourselves. We need each other. And so I got this $20 bill here. And I have an envelope all set up, Dallas Peace Center. I actually have my address on there. I'm actually putting it in the envelope, and I'm sending it to you folks. And that's going out. It's going out in the mail. I'm going to invite each of us to root around in their wallet for a $20 bill or a check. And by ourselves, we can't make this happen. But together, we can actually make not only the Peace Centers survive, but also thrive. And so to do this, I'm going to invite us to do this as well. We can't do this alone, but together we're unbeatable. Do everything you can to continue the great work of the Dallas Peace Center.
It's my pleasure. I'm Dawson Tunnell, a good friend of Dr. Charles Hunter. And I'm very happy to say a few good words on behalf of my friend of many years. Charles and I were co-pastors at St. Luke Presbyterian Church in Dallas, and we've known each other for many more years than that. Charles was, I could say, first of all, he was a professor. I didn't have much experience with him as a student when he was a professor, but he did teach at Bishop College, and I think at other places too. After that, he was a pastor. Of course, we all know he was a Presbyterian. It seems like I had an outline of points beginning with P here. As a pastor, we got to know each other best of all, I guess. And I can say we were good friends. And what I know about good friends is they know each other well enough to know the imperfections. So I could probably make a point and say Charles was perfect. No, everybody knows who knows Charles knows he was not perfect, but he was a real peacemaker. He stood up for people's rights, and I think he was a very good parent as well. And to see, for instance, the good work that his daughter, Raquel Hunter, doing these days, carrying on this calling of pastoring, to me is an indication of how his parenting went. But rather than try to make a long speech, I would just like to say it makes me very happy that Charles is being honored by the Dallas Peace Center. To me, the Dallas Peace Center, I'm very happy to say, is one of the real forces for peacemaking in this whole area. So it's my honor to say a few words to you folks, the friends of Dallas Peace Center, on behalf of Charles Hunter, my longtime friend, to whom, for me, it was a pleasure and an honor to know and work with. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to speak to you about him. Goodbye.